Detoxification is not a fad. It's something your body does every day. We are going to dive into this because we will be having a class very soon in the new year, actually 1 month from now, with the Nutrition and Health Center, telling you what detoxification is and why it becomes compromised, what health issues are related to compromised detox. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, what that class is going to entail, and kind of talk about some of those details, because this is an important health topic, a very important health topic. So stay tuned for the next 10 to 15 minutes while we dive into this. My name is Jason Steves. I'm a nutrition professional at the Nutrition and Health Center, and I'm joined by my co-host Steve Steves, who is a certified clinical nutritionist and naturopath, founder of the Nutrition and Health Center. And as I mentioned, we are going to be diving into introducing a little bit about detoxification and the class we will be having. It's going to be on Tuesday, the evening of Tuesday, January 13th. So if you are interested in joining us, if you're in the Houston area and you're interested in joining us and being part of that class, you can contact our office, 281-440-0024, to get on that contact list. We don't have all the details lined out yet for the class as far as our location and all of that, but we're figuring that out, and we will have that information solidified very soon. So contact our office to get on that list if you're interested in being a part of that. It's going to be, again, Tuesday evening, January 13th. So, Steve, this is something we talk about with clients every day, detoxification. It's, the title of this video says, it's an essential part of our everyday healthy function of our body. So tell us a little bit about what detoxification really is and why people, well, you could even, like, while you're talking about that, talk about why people often think of detox as like a fad or a cleanse, too. So kind of speak to those, like, what is detox? Why is it seen as a fad or a cleanse?
I think the reason we have, without a doubt, all of the confusion around detox and people think well, it's just a fad thing, it's a temporary thing, is because when detox times of the year become prominent, a lot of people like to clean up their act first of the year and spring cleaning. And so they different waves of detox discussion. But it's become a fad because so many crazies out there offer just one type of detox or one wild and crazy
Like a product or like a,
product
yeah,
or a system like
yeah,
drink 40 pounds of honey a day or and add
that's
16 lemons to it. And
right.
we're talking about balanced whole body detoxification. It's a natural process that always goes on. It takes place in every cell of the body consistently all day long. And then we've got all these different body systems that are known for their cleansing abilities. And even King David mentions cleansing in the Bible. So here it is, God allowing the discussion of detoxification in the Bible when King David in Psalm 51:7 says, "Cleanse me with hyssop, and I'll be made whiter than snow." Well, hyssop is a well-known herb in the Middle Eastern area where people use it to help support their body's ability to detoxify. It's a process constantly ongoing. And there's so many different things that God's put in nature that we can use. And we use a lot of it because we see the importance of the toxicity being cleared out of our bodies. The question used to be, well, are you toxic? But it's not anymore. We all are. We just need to know how toxic we are and what kind of measures we need to take to clear out these toxins, because the CDC does a report every year. They survey about 2,000 people and they check blood levels of toxins, and they take those 212 toxins that they study every year. I think it's been quite a while now, more than 10 years since this has been going on. And 90% of all Americans above the age of 18 have these 212 toxins in their bloodstream. Now, plastic bottles with bisphenol A, that's in their bloodstream. How much is in there? What they call microplastics. That is, everybody's level varies. It depends on their efficiency of how they're supporting their detox, whether they're going to clear out these things and prevent the diseases that are caused by toxicity. So we're going to talk about that in the next couple of weeks. All the
Yeah.
different relationships of diseases and body systems associated with toxic environment in the body.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, so folks, what he was diving into is essentially detoxification can be understood. We've been studying it, Steve. You've gotten very familiar in your studies in nutrition of the detox processes in the body. Essentially, the liver, the digestive system, the kidneys, there's all these organs and tissues in the body that are involved in the detox process. And so basically we know that our body is designed to detoxify. And people struggle today, as you mentioned, as you were talking, you were listing some things. People struggle with detoxification because of certain things in our environment that we're exposed to. It's burdening our body and making it harder for our body to detoxify. Certain chemicals and processed foods and excess, like we've got a lot of different stressors in our environment that are different than the way that our life used to be, where we have certain stressors on our brain and our mind, but our physical body is not being activated in response to the stress. And so it's a weird thing that we have there that our body's not able to get good response to those stressors. Poor digestion and elimination as a result of our environment and other compromised things that happen, sleep issues and disruption in sleep. So there's a lot of things that are going to be contributing to struggling with, good detoxification, as Steve was laying out, and some things that you might be experiencing: low energy, brain fog, preventing your body's not losing weight. That's a big one, and we've talked about this a lot. If you have excess weight gain or water retention. All right, we'll dive into this next. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about it, Steve, but like there are signs that your detoxification pathways are compromised. Weight gain is one of them, and that's kind of usually our big conversation in the new year with people regarding detox is, help your body to lose weight easily. It falls off when you just support the body's natural detox pathways. It's much easier to focus on losing weight than just counting calories. Calories are important, but making sure that the calories you are getting are supporting your body's natural functions, especially the detox function. That we've seen over and over and over again has the greatest results in helping your body maintain a healthy weight and get rid of excess body fat and water retention. But what are some other signs, Steve, that the detox pathways may be compromised and may need some support?
Well, fatigue's a big one because if toxins are in the way, energy into the cell to make energy is depleted. Nutrient uptake is depleted, water uptake, oxygen, all is interfered with by toxins. Certainly headaches. There's a system that the body clears waste out of the brain now that we know about called the glymphatic system, and it purifies from organs, tissues out of the brain. And we're going to talk a little bit about that more. Certainly, we'll get into it more in the teaching itself, how important that is to allow your brain to detox because there's so many neurodegenerative diseases associated with toxicity in the brain. Skin issues are a good reflection of what's going on internally. The body heals from the inside out, so the skin will always show some kind of manifestation. It'll either be dry, it'll be clammy, you'll have spots, you'll have all kinds of excess wrinkles for an early age. I held my hand up next to somebody that's about within 3 years of age of me, and if you would take a photograph and look at our hands, you would see what looked like a grandparent and a child's hand variation. There was literally 2 generations of aging in our hands. And so you can see it in the skin. So that's one of the ways to evaluate people. Of course, you mentioned difficulty losing weight, chemical sensitivities, where I used to be terrible with chemical sensitivities. Everything would bother me, whether it was breathing perfume or this and that. And I don't have that issue anymore, but I had weak detox systems. And though they may still be weak, I support them very well so that they work efficiently. And that's what we need to understand. Maybe you've got genetic weaknesses. We're going to get into that. There's different SNPs that they can evaluate on detox if you're not efficient as a detoxer, like I am, not deficient. I'm not efficient. And so deficiencies are very, you don't want to be in a deficient state of particular nutrients. Otherwise, the cell will become toxic and then disease will ensue.
Right.
Mental fog, irritability, a big one there. The brain, again, when it's not able to detoxify, but the irritability can also stem from the gut. So we'll talk about how the gut plays a role in detoxification, but also how the enteric nervous system there has an impact on, emotions, mood, and so forth.
Yeah.
These are all signals, but they're not labels. That's not who we are. Who
Right.
I thought I was, I'm the sicky guy, weak guy that's always got allergies and chemical sensitivities. Not anymore.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, thanks, Steve. There's a lot of signs, and we'll talk about that in the class. And then we're going to get into how you can support detoxification. You could say the right way, or essentially what's best for our human biochemistry in general, but also how you can identify individual needs that you have, because there's differences, right? We have our bodies all have the same general, structures, but there are unique challenges and differences, and Steve was alluding to that, right? Looking at where you may have challenges as far as possibly genetic SNPs. We can get into that if you want to do that type of testing. But one of the things we do regularly with people is take a look at how blood work is reflecting what's going on with your health, and then looking at, okay, what can we do nutrition and lifestyle wise to help optimize the body and support these detox pathways. So nutrition, targeted supplementation, lifestyle factors like hydration, exercise, sleep, and stress management. So now this is not, again, and you can probably hear, you can tell this is lifestyle change. This is not extreme detox or cleansing. This is about supporting what the body is trying to do, and your body just comes into better health as a result. So
Jason, when you
yes,
mention nutrition, give me an example, and we'll talk about this. The liver is one of the major organs that detoxifies the blood. And so, for multiple decades, they've known that there are close to some 20, 25 different nutrients that the liver requires for complete and efficient detoxification of chemicals. And we want to get on board with all those. We
mhm,
have different detox programs we put together to make sure people have efficient detoxification. And that, again, that's an ongoing thing. It needs to be supported.
right, right. Yeah, part of the contributing, factors is lacking nutrients in our food as the way that our food has been farmed, and chemicals have been added to it. It's unfortunate that our food supply is not providing these nutrients as it used to in meaningful amounts, and that's where supplementation is so important these days to get those meaningful amounts of nutrients up. So the class that we're going to be doing, as I mentioned, uh, detoxification, an essential biochemical process for life. That's our class. We're going to be diving into you understanding this essential biochemical process for your life and living that life in a healthy way. As we talk about abundant health, we talk about kind of living in abundant health, experiencing not just freedom from disease and symptoms, but moving on to better and higher levels of health, even as you age. And so learning the things that you can do for that. So we'll be having that class, like I said, Tuesday, January 13th in the evening. Most likely it'll start at 6 p.m. to give everybody the opportunity to be able to make it. And we'll be diving into detoxification. We'll be promoting some neat things too. So we're going to have different promotions, different discount opportunities. We're going to have possibly some, fun things that we do together there in the class as well that will be enjoyable. Obviously, a Q&A opportunity where if you have questions that come up, we'll be able to answer those questions. And then, yeah, as you are probably aware, if you're a Prosper Nutrition follower, we've got the detoxification bundle on the prospernutrition.com website. So we're obviously going to be showing you why we've put those products together in our detoxification bundle and how it applies to what we're talking about here to support those detox pathways and processes in the body.
Yes, important foundational nutrients, Jason, that everyone should have, and they should even start now. Don't wait.
Yeah.
That's why you're
Mhm.
going to offer, I know, a discount today on
Yes.
those that detox bundle that you can get at prospernutrition.com. These are products that we take every day, and they're foundational for getting that detox working at the cellular level. So there's
Right.
so much to support there. I pray and want to see great results for you
Yeah.
in utilizing that.
Yes, yeah. So, folks, if you do want to get started, which we always recommend, if you're able to get nutritional supplements to support your body's natural healthy functions, especially the detox functions, get started and feel the difference with the Prosper Nutrition quality of supplements that you can feel the difference with. So the detoxification bundle is on our prospernutrition.com website. When you go to shop, it's alphabetical. Go to where the D detoxification, you'll see it. And if you use the code that we have, we do each time we do a recording, we offer you a discount code for 10% off your next order. So if you use the code 12 12 25 show, so that's the date that we're doing the recording today. Today is December 12th, 2025. So it's 12 12 25 show. You put that in the coupon code area at checkout, and that will give you 10% off your next purchase of Prosper Nutrition supplements on prospernutrition.com. So get in contact with us to get on the list for letting you know about this class and how to register, all the details as to where we will be. We'll be fairly close to our office. We won't be far from here. We're just dialing in the location. We haven't solidified that yet, but we'll get that very soon and get that to you, as well as other details of what we'll be doing and what will be offered during that time for people that attend. So, any other closing remarks that you would like to share with the folks, Steve?
I would just say every time you do that to me, something pops into my head, and sometimes it's kind of silly. I remember a
Yeah.
book that I read so many years ago, and I don't even know if it was um, how good it was on the topic of detoxification, but the title was Detoxify or Die. And basically that's the case. If you put a plug in your exhaust pipe of your vehicle
Mm,
and you blocked up the ability to remove that exhaust toxic waste out of the engine would blow up within a minute or two. And the human body is the same way. If we don't detoxify and do it efficiently, it is one of the leading causes of death in America today. And we'll provide more information on that for you. Like, how does it interfere with glucose metabolism? How does it interfere with immune health and can trigger autoimmune diseases and arthritis and cancer and so forth? Digestive disorders. Watch and see miracles happen when you have a regular and daily focus on detoxification. Really glad y'all could watch this topic today, and I hope y'all can sign up and come. We're gonna have a great time.
yes. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, and folks, thanks for watching. Um, get in touch with us if you have any questions. Obviously, you can provide some comments on this video below. If you like the video and subscribe to our channel, it'll give us more exposure and opportunity to share this information with others. And of course, you can share this video with any friends or family that you want to know about this information. But we glad to have you. We're trying to put out this information on a regular basis through our Prosper Nutrition YouTube station channel. And so stay tuned. If you subscribe and click the bell for notifications, it'll let you know when we come out with these videos and go live like this. But hope you can join us. Uh, Definitely continue to realize that if you support your your body's natural detoxification pathways and process, you will help your body to be in better health. So continue to support that with your choices in regard to your nutrition, your supplementation, your lifestyle, all of these things. Continue to do that and you will improve in health. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day and weekend. If you're watching this live or on Friday that we recorded it. And we'll see you next time. Take care.